Hello, Violas. Mrs. Hammaker. I have with me book one. I'm going to be on page 12 and 13 today. We're looking at notes on the A string. I'll be starting with number 33. Remember to check your bow hand at the top of the page. On page 12, it shows your bow hand this way. Fingers curved and pinky perched up top here. And remember that your thumb is bent. I'm sorry, this is really difficult. There we go, the bent thumb, which gives you access to this big muscle in your hand. Remember that this is the voice of your instrument, the bow. Here we go, this is a number 13 song for Christine. We're starting on our A string, third finger down. Check your pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. D string. Next up is number 34, Natalie's Rose. In this song, we have some skips occurring. A skip is when we leave out a note. For example, a skip from E to G, we crossed over F sharp and didn't use it. So E to G is called a skip. And there we go, Natalie's Rose, starting on your D string. Rest. Next is dreidel at the top of page 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest, rest. String crossing. Rest. Rest, rest, rest. In the middle of the page, it talks about shadow bowing. You're already using your bow, but it does talk about using the rosin, which bears some explanation. When you take your rosin cake in your left hand and hold your bow with your right hand, I'm going to ask that you cover up this metal part of the bow right here, because what happens, there, look at this rosin, is that when we don't do that, it destroys the rosin. So I like to tell students to pull the bow across the rosin like they would be bowing on their instrument. You want to push the hair into the rosin a little bit, and you'll know that you have enough when the bow starts to drag on the rosin. Okay, when it's no longer slipping along. Now I can feel I got a lot of drag on my rosin. Eventually your rosin will pull out of there with use, and unfortunately you'll be end with this, which has almost no rosin left in it at all. So I urge you to be very careful with your rosin. It's very fragile. It'll break just like glass, but it won't cut you. Okay, it will not cut you. But if you help yourself out by covering this metal part up with your thumb, that will help save your rosin from damage. Okay, so I'm looking at number 37, and it's talking about down and up. There's two symbols that we use for our bow. One is down bow, which means to pull away from the body, and one is up bow, which means to pull the bow back towards your body. So if you could please look at number 37, and these aren't notes, they're just rhythms. So let's choose the D string, and what we'll do is we'll pull down bow and rest. So 37 would look like this. Rest, up bow. Rest, down bow. Rest, up. Rest, down, up. Rest. Now the down bow symbol looks like a part of a box. It actually resembles the frog of the bow right there. And the tip of the bow, the up bow symbol, is actually looking like a V, okay? Actually, it's this way for you to understand, okay? So up bow means started at this portion. Down bow, you're gonna start it at this part of the bow. This part of the bow, by the way, is called the frog, and this is the tip. Thanks, Violas.